Welcome to Facebook Live. We're at Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And I am here with my beautiful friend, Bree from California. And Bree just finished up a beautiful week here at Rythmia. And we invited her to share her story. So, Bree, may I ask what brought you to Rythmia?
Well, like I said, for the last couple of years, I've been struggling, personal things, family things, things with work. And my life was just starting to feel like a Jenga game. I kind of was stacking, and then it would collapse. And I knew something was missing. So I was trying to figure out what can I do to remove the block. I had a conversation with my husband, and he started looking online. We're both looking online for different resorts rather, and Rythmia crossed my screen.
Wonderful.
And it was like, that's it. That's where I'm going.
Perfect. So you just knew.
I could feel it.
You could feel it. That was my experience too when I was a guest. I could feel it. I had this pull. So that's beautiful. Right. So we're big about intentions here at Rythmia, and we have a set program with set intentions. Did you come with your own set of intentions, or how did that look for you?
Well, I did. Like I said, initially, I felt I had some type of block. Something was blocking me. I was trying to create a nonprofit at home. I laid the groundwork, but pushing to the next step, I just felt a block. Okay. And I felt like my everyday life was hindering my creativity.
Okay.
So that was my main intention coming here. Like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to be zen, and it's going to come to me. It's going to flow what the next process or step towards my nonprofit was going to be.
Beautiful. So that was your intention.
Yes.
And then we set some intentions for you in the program. And how did that fit into the whole scheme of things for you?
It completely turned everything upside down for me. But when I saw the intention, knowing who I've become, show me who I've become, merging with my soul, heal my heart.
Yeah.
It was something in me that said, you got to figure this stuff out. This is what you're here for. These are your real, true intentions.
Okay. Wow. Well, were there any experiences throughout the week that you wish to share?
Yes. Like I said, when I first came, I was kind of standoffish from everyone, pretty reserved. I noticed there was a lot of women here. I did not know this was Women's Week.
It was Majesty Week this week.
Yeah, I like I said, I just thought it was a coincidence that it was only women. I said, well, maybe the men just didn't want to come this week. And initially, had I known that it was only Women's Week, I probably would not have came because I don't now, but I used to feel like I had a lot of issues dealing with women. I just didn't fit in. I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like I had more of a rapport with men.
Okay.
So I talked to some people, but didn't really make any real connections, I felt. On Monday night, we had our first ceremony. And I was just so in tune, like, I'm going to go through the process and everything's going to be wonderful. Yeah. And I went to get my second cup of ayahuasca, and I passed out in front of everyone. When I came to, like I said, very beautiful people, the shamans, the assistants, they're just over me, comforting me, giving me all their healing abilities and making me feel really safe. Yeah. But I couldn't get past that. I then was in my head that I'm a joke. Oh. I just fell out in front of everyone. They're laughing at me. I just want to run and hide. That's how I felt. So I couldn't get past that night. Then went back to my room afterwards. Went to sleep. The next morning was yoga. And I was telling myself, I'm not going. Yeah, maybe I just need to go back home. This isn't really for me. But something said, get up and go. You came all this way. You don't give up. You keep going. Yes. So I did, and I pushed through yoga. And I had conversations with a few of the ladies, and they're like, I didn't even know this. I was doing my own thing. I did have a couple of ladies say to me, I saw it, but when I saw you fall, then that sent me into my own, healing. I knew I needed to do work. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it wasn't such a bad thing, but it still wasn't quite there. And then we went to the plant integration group with John, who was just absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. And when he asked, did we want to share, in that moment, everything kind of came out. I realized, like I said, since I've been young, I was a fat kid, and then I was tall and fat, and then I lost weight, but I was tall. Mm-hmm. So I still always, I felt stuck out like a sore thumb. Oh. So I would go out of my way to try to shrink myself down, not be in the spotlight, lower my voice, because I've been told, you come off aggressive, you're intimidating, you have resting bitch syndrome or whatever they say.
Resting bitch face.
Right. So, and I would feel like, what do you mean? I'm happy. I'm not mean, but I always felt like I had to keep explaining and expressing myself to people. So I said, well, if I just, stay in my corner, then I don't have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But then we went to another meeting with Dr. Jeff. And like I said, he said some really profound things that I was able to relate with, that, my inner child was just fighting to find my safety. I always felt like I had to put on this persona and carry myself in a way to meet my large stature, And when I'm just trying to give off confidence, I think I still was giving off, she's uncomfortable, she's scared. I just didn't feel comfortable in my own skin.
Sure. Yeah. So it's almost easier to be assertive than it is to be vulnerable.
Definitely. Yeah. That's how I felt. That's how I felt, and I realized in those groups that, I don't like myself. I don't love myself. People could tell me, you're beautiful, you should be a model. And I'm no, that's not me. And then I started trying to accept it and say thank you, but it just wasn't matching. Yeah. I would say thank you, but I didn't feel that way inside.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was just the polite thing to do.
Right.
Right. Beautiful. So was there a time during the week that you had a shift and you did see changes?
Yes, we did a lot of work during the ceremonies of trying to go deep inside and figuring things out. And I hadn't really merged with my inner child until maybe that Wednesday. And at that time, that's when I realized that there were some things in my life that occurred when I was around 5-6 years old that pushed forward my insecurities into becoming a teenager and adulthood. And it just kept progressing and progressing and progressing. Mm-hmm. And the things that I was doing, own a business, have a family. I was doing everything I thought would give me that inner peace and joy, but it wasn't. Mm-hmm. But the women here, absolutely nothing like you guys. If you're watching this, you don't know what you did for me. Oh. They surrounded me. They hugged me. They loved on me. They made me feel so comfortable and safe. Mm. And within that support and the support from the staff and everyone else, it gave me the strength to be okay with me.
Beautiful.
To be able to really, love on me and know that it's okay. You know, I talk with my inner child and I told her how perfect she was, how beautiful she was, and that we're in this together. We're riding this out the rest of the way together.
Perfect. So in doing that, you moved on to the third intention, which was to heal your heart.
Yes.
So that's beautiful. So you went through the whole program and you followed the program, which I applaud you because it made it easier for you. Mm-hmm. So you came in with specific intentions, but then you were willing to put those on the side to follow the program. Did you get the intentions that you originally came looking for?
I feel like at this point, I'm not so focused on that anymore. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to flow.
Yep.
You know, what's for me is for me. And beyond the stars, no limits. Like there's nothing stopping me now. Like I said, initially, my first couple of days here, I kept feeling like, oh, this is saving my life. But like I said, I've really not felt anything in a long time. I felt really empty. And now it's like, this is giving me life. I want to live.
Nice.
And I'm so happy about it.
Nice.
So happy about it.
So the medicine and the program just helped you find you. Yes. And helped you connect to yourself.
Yes.
Which once you connect with yourself, you have everything you need.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a very similar experience as a guest. Well, that is amazing. Any other insights or shifts in perception that you experienced during the week?
I'll just say that I'm learning, and I'm still working on not taking anything personal.
That's a good one. That comes in very handy in life.
Definitely, you know. I was reading a couple books while I was here, and one, you know, just stressed the fact that taking everything personally, you're just kind of being selfish because it's not always about you.
Most of the time it's not.
And if you just focus on loving yourself, you won't even care about anything else going on.
That's right. And it's easier to love others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning and like I said, Nina Simone came to me and it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling good.
And I'm feeling good. That's so good. I love that song.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
All right. So all of our friends on Facebook out there, what would you say to anyone who's thinking about doing ayahuasca or just feeling stuck in life and just like, help, I need help out of this rut? What would you say to them?
If Rythmia calls you, listen. Don't fight it. Figure it out. Don't let financial, stripes or situations hinder you. Yeah, times are tough. We know inflation is through the roof, but there's no amount that you can put on your healing. It's priceless. Yep. It is priceless. Yeah. Start your GoFundMe if you have to. I'll donate. But do it. Come here and heal your heart.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah. I love that. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any last words to share with our friends?
I have used the word amazing about 100 times since I've been here. Me and the girls joke like, yeah, you got to come up with something else. So I will just say that this has been the experience of a lifetime. It is phenomenal. It is powerful. And you don't want to miss it. You deserve. That's it.
That's beautiful. Well, we invite you to come visit us here at Rythmia Life Advancement Center in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. It's a beautiful time of year. It's rainy season, so everything is lush and green and beautiful. Lots of critters out there that we don't get to see in the States necessarily. But come join us and come get your healing and just leave the rest up to just be taken care of. You can be well taken care of here. So thank you for joining us. This was part 2. We had a little technical difficulty on part 1 at 2:00. So we're back almost 2 hours later. So thank you so much, Bree, for coming and redoing the interview. I appreciate your grace and your kindness.
No
and you have a voice and your message needed to be heard. So I was determined to make sure you were heard.
Thank you. And can I say just one last thing?
Please.
As John said, I love you, John. You don't know what you did for me.
So good.
We are always in service to others.
Yeah.
And if you are in service to others, service shall be returned to you. Sure. And I received that this week, and we all need it, and we all need to pay it forward.
Absolutely. And now you're going to know what to do, even though you don't know what to do with your nonprofit.
That's right.
You're going to get downloads. You're going to get all this beautiful information.
And I'm excited about it.
Yeah. And it's better to have merged with your soul because now all the answers will come to you versus coming
aligned.
with looking for one answer.
Right.
Now you have all the answers.
Right.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bree. You're a
you.
beautiful woman.
Thank you
And
so
your
much.
countenance has changed so much. So soft, so beautiful. You're so beautiful and so feminine. And you deserve to be heard and seen.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for joining us and have a beautiful day. Love this woman.
Bye.
Bye.